a threshold because usually drunk sex is very nice. It's very nice.
But I want to see where this is going.
I know, but there's a level past which it's just sloppy and not. It's just not like no. We all know the fun drunk sex and the sloppy drunk sex, and now your man is asleep on top of you.
And you've been kneed on the nose. You've been kneed on the nose.
Hi guys, Maruki Muni here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we're back again with another episode of
The Messy In Between.
It's definitely TMI. Good job. 12 times the charm. 12 times the charm. The year is off to a swimmingly great start.
Amazing. 3 takes of our intro. That intro we've been doing for a year and a half. Love it.
I know. It's actually been over a year and a half. Crazy. Yeah. So crazy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, welcome guys to our second episode of the year. Thank you for being here. How are you guys doing? How's 2023 so far? You know, January is a month of complaining, especially for Kenyans. I know not all our audience is Kenyan, but I feel like January, people are just always complaining.
Yeah, because now it's like the hype of the December, then the calm down. Do you know what? January is it's the 7-week calm down.
Ooh.
The 7-week calm down. That's what January is. And I promise you guys, if you don't ease into it, just like everything, if you just accept it, it's shit.
Yeah.
It's usually shit.
January is the Monday of the year.
The Monday of the year, and it's like God. 20 weeks.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. But around by the time this episode is coming out, I just got back.
Oh yeah,
I just got back.
But did I? Did you just
get
back?
Not even that. Did I come back?
Did you?
Knowing
and
me.
where am I? Where am I?
Where are you?
We don't even know. Anyway, for me, January is usually fantastic because like my kids have just gone back into school. I usually don't have that much work in January, so it's just kind of like ease. Yeah. For me, it's ease. I just love it.
Last January, I was just like, I'm not giving myself that pressure of being intense. And I did more in January than most Januaries. That's my energy. Instead of just being like, come, new year, relax. Yeah. Relax. I'm just going to ease into the year, just be organized and do what I need to do, period.
This coming after your episode on, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this,
yes.
I'm going to do
this
that.
This is my goals. Achieve.
Yeah, but anyway, as we said in that episode, it's not about pressure. It's like we have the year and, you know, we're just going to relax into things.
Yeah, the intentions are going to guide you.
Exactly. Yes. The intentions are there to guide you.
Yeah, but welcome, guys. This is episode 2, and I feel like 2023 is going to be a year just like 2022 of consistency. We didn't miss one single episode in 2022, and we are not planning on doing it in 2023. So make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you are following us on our social media pages, Lydia KM, Morugi Muni, and TMI Podcast Ke. And you TMI Podcast Ke.
Where are you?
Take 10.
Yeah, take 28.
Make sure you're also subscribed, guys. If you're listening to us on our podcast platform, please click that plus button. That is how, guys, we're able to go and show clients, look at the people who are listening to us. And that's how they're able to give us bigger budgets so that we can come on here and continue giving you fantastic content. So make sure you're subscribed on YouTube as well. Yeah. This is going to be, as usual, a very interactive episode. So we want you to have your fingers ready. We're going to be talking about how can we give ourselves more pleasure in 2023. Listen. We know you're on a diet. Relax, Jane.
We know you haven't eaten a carb since the 31st of December.
But we want to do this year a bit different, where the focus of our year is how we can give ourselves more pleasure. Pleasure in any way possible.
Yeah.
Do you think you're giving yourself pleasure?
Do I think? Well, let me
not
rephrase.
That
okay,
not that kind of.
Am I experiencing pleasure? Yes,
you
I am
are.
definitely experiencing
to the max.
pleasure. Now you're adding parts to the question. You didn't even put that part of the question.
Is that the most you can be?
Okay. Let me think about it. Pleasure journey. Have I had a pleasure journey? That's the question you really wanted to ask, right? Okay, fine. I feel like I'm definitely experiencing pleasure. But I don't think it's to the max. First of all, for some reason, at some point, I think it was either beginning of 2022 or like towards the end of 2021, my self-pleasure journey kind of just ended. I don't even understand why. Like, I know, crazy, right?
Fraud. Look at you. Liar.
It's like, I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's just that I was enjoying sex so much with my husband that now it was just like, oh, what's the reason I'm doing it? But also, it's just like, I don't know. It's just that feeling like it's like takes a lot more energy than it was taking before. I don't even time and energy. I'm just like I'm lying there and I'm just like, and then I've shared this before. Is that many times when I like self pleasure. God, I was about to use the M word. When I self pleasure, I don't reach my climax. So it's just like I'm going. Then I'm just like, now I'm done. I'm tired. Kind of thing. I know you don't. You can't. She cannot comprehend how. The same way she can't comprehend how not everybody loves head for 5 hours. Before. Yeah, crazy, right?
Okay, fine. So at this very moment, I think I am experiencing pleasure, self-pleasure. That's always a locked bag. Like next. I am also experiencing pleasure otherwise. However, not enough.
Give us the tea.
Because of time.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Can you imagine? That's where we are.
Adulting is honestly just like, it's really turning out to not be what I expected. I gotta be honest.
Give it back. Shukisha,
please.
Gloria says that.
Shukisha.
This is my stop. I'm done with adulthood. Yeah, it's literally honestly time.
Crazy.
And one of the ways that I think I want to increase my pleasure this year is actually making that an intentional thing. Like, go get pleasure, my friend.
Go and experience your pleasure out there. Go and experience
the pleasure. Because I'm just not making it. For me, it's just like, first of all, you need 3 working days to recover.
Yeah. And it's not just because of necessarily the pleasure activity. It's everything around it,
but
actually.
But even the pleasure activity, it's like, listen, bulldozer.
Who you been? I know you guys are here for the tea, but we are not spilling tea, okay? But
where? So yeah, it's like, do I have 3 business days to recover? Do I have 3 business days to recover?
You have a meeting tomorrow.
I have a status meeting at 10.
And I shoot the next day.
Yeah. So it's just like, you've got a plan for me. It's like, when do I have 2 days to relax?
Just to myself.
To just
one
take
for
it all
sitting in a bath with your legs open. And the other one for maybe a massage.
Perhaps.
Maybe a massage.
God.
So you definitely feel like you could be experiencing
way more pleasure.
Yeah.
I could. And I think mostly is because I'm not prioritizing it at the moment.
Are you a quickies person?
If I feel whatever is the mood is right, because okay, you have a meeting, what are we gonna do?
Okay, if you had to choose between quickies forever or long sex forever, and by long I mean
long.
An hour plus.
I was about to say fuck off. I don't want an hour plus period. What I like is short, but let's say if it's like rounds, yeah? Let's say like 20 minutes, let's take a break. Next hour, 20 minutes. See, I could do that.
Okay,
I could do that like all night.
Wait, 20 minutes, then we've climaxed, and then now we are taking the break.
We take the break, then
now, okay, fine.
Yeah, here I am.
Up we go.
Din. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so that. Yeah. So, but quickie, like, what's quickie?
Quickie is like
that
5 to 10 minutes.
No, that one, no. Yeah. That one is like great, but I would choose this 20-minute.
Okay. Me, I would choose the quickies forever.
Yeah.
I love the quickies.
Yeah? Great.
I know.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you are going to increase your self-pleasure.
So me, in terms of like the pleasure, my pleasure, pleasure intentions for the year is definitely to increase my self-pleasure. I also obviously want to explore how pleasure can be experienced in marriage in a long distance context.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, I have some tips from this babe over here. The things that this girl was doing. Cassie, if you're watching this, your girl has been happy throughout. Yeah, but that's obviously something I have to experience. And it's a whole new experience for me because I've never been in a situation where it's like the pleasure that I want feels out of reach.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm an adult. Learning new things just feels just like, I don't want, I kind of, but it's like, no, I have
to. You're turning 33. Why?
I'm turning 33.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I am. Crazy. I didn't even... 33 sounds a lot. It sounds so close to 35. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be having to do. But yeah, I'm going to need some tips on other ways of experiencing pleasure in the context of marriage or even by myself beyond what I have right now, because obviously my situation is going to be different.
It's true. Aside prioritizing time for pleasure, which is something honestly we definitely need to do. So that is one way you could definitely have more pleasure in 2023. Yep. One of the other things I need to do is like be a bit more connected with myself. Like my body. I don't think I spend enough time looking at my body, telling my body body, like, you know what, you're a baddie. Like, you know, I don't spend enough time doing that.
You don't. If
Imagine
you
I
don't, then what is the hope for the rest of us? Because I feel like you love yourself so much. Don't you?
Do you see me sitting around saying, oh, my body is so fantastic?
Yeah, I mean, like when you're posting like on stories, you'll always be like, oh, my thighs are my favorite part of my body.
But they are.
Oh, I love how, whatever. Like I feel like you're constantly complimenting yourself, which I love.
So?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know if I do that
Maybe
in a
it's
more
not as
intimate
intentional,
setting.
or
I
actually,
don't intentional.
It just comes,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah. So let me tell you guys, one of the ways you can improve your pleasure is by improving some small things that you might not even know. And one of the ways, as usual, we always tell you, if you want to learn how to do something, you can always get the experts. And this episode is proudly sponsored by our fave partner, Beducated. And this year, we're encouraging you guys. It's more about less diets, more pleasure. And they have plenty of courses on how you can improve your sexual confidence, how you can improve your self pleasure journey, road to intimacy if you're doing this with your partner. And as usual, we come to you guys with obviously a discount. Is 40% off this January for your annual subscription.
Yeah,
I was going to say prescription.
The code is TMI Podcast in case you would like to click and to just be part of the website. The link is in the description box below. So just click it. You get 1 day free for you to be able to just test and just see. In case this is your first ever episode of TMI that you're watching where we're talking about Beducated, it is basically a collection. It's a platform which has a collection of courses about many different things. So it has everything from intimacy to self-pleasure to sexuality to kinky sex to dating and mating, like so many different things, basically everything that you can think of that pertains to sex. So go on there, and if you're actually trying to, if in 2023 in the last episode you are there saying that you want to increase your intimacy with your man, you want to have better sex, you want to get better at sex, you want to get better at exploring your body, and yet this is the perfect place to start. And that's actually, as we were thinking about this episode about pleasure and how we can have more pleasure this year, because we want to work this year, but we also want to enjoy, Mazi.
By the way, I feel like I'm more leaning to the enjoy.
It's more the enjoyment. The enjoyment. So Beducated is here to help us do that. So they have some courses actually that pertain to sexual pleasure. They have a self-pleasure one, which is about to be my best friend.
We've talked about that one before, guys.
To be my best friend.
Told you about edging. Did you hear about edging? Go and see that episode.
Go and check that episode out. They also have one on roadmap to intimacy in case you're trying to increase your intimacy between you and your partner. They have courses, just literally just courses on absolutely everything, whether you are in a same-sex relationship, a heterosexual relationship, single, either whatever it is, you can definitely
if you're having casual sex,
you can definitely get help on there.
Yeah.
So I like what you mentioned about sexual confidence, because not enough is said about how much confidence, not even sexual confidence, how much confidence in general impacts the amount of pleasure you have during sex.
I agree. The reason why I've noted that as far as my body is that it's like I do look at myself in the mirror once or twice, but it's not with intention. It's not with the appreciation that I want any sexual partner that I have to appreciate in me. I want to feel like it's like I'm a goddess. I'm a goddess wearing the goddess collection.
Hello, darling.
I'm a goddess. I want to feel that connection with myself, like with me. Like when I look at my body, I'm just like, wow, you're beautiful. And yes, even imperfect, but I want to feel that obsession with myself before I ask of it with my partner. And what usually happens, and sometimes this is why it's good, as you're saying, to have to have confidence, is that you're gonna seek it in someone else. You want somebody else to validate you, and now really you're having the sex more for the validation more than the pleasure of it. That's why you're not saying that, oops, I don't like that hole. You're not saying that, really, we've been doing this for 2 hours, I'm tired. You're not saying that you're not wet, because really what you're getting from that experience, it's not even really about your pleasure, it's that validation. So, and if I'm validating myself, then I will go into that experience like I'm already a baddie.
I'm already a baddie. I don't need you to be telling me anything.
And then when you put it up the wrong home,
I'm like, excuse me, sir,
John,
let's keep going and I see if I like it. Because you don't know.
You never know.
You never know if you're gonna like it. I think the whole essence of like the whole confidence with regards to sexual pleasure. Sometimes I wonder about whether it's an unrealistic expectation for someone who is not living in their ideal body to have that level of like sex, of that level of confidence of just like, let's have sex with the lights on and I can do any style or any position when you know very well you're feeling like, oh, my tummy is too jiggly, I have stretch marks everywhere, my legs are too skinny, my like whatever it is, whether if you're not feeling confident enough, are you able to get sexual pleasure even without being at your ideal body?
Yeah, I feel like confidence isn't about ideal, and I feel like who is a better spokesman than you?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you are literally the spokesman of. You can be the baddest body, confident body, while you're still working to be at the whatever body size that you want. And there's plenty of things I've shared that I'm not exactly that excited about my own body, but you still want, you can still experience that pleasure, and you can at least step into the experience from a place of at least I like myself.
Yeah,
at
least
yes. I like myself. So I'm not here to ask you whether or not you do, but the less you are at your ideal, then the harder sometimes it is to get that sense of confidence.
Yeah, but I feel like the whole aspect, the whole element of loving who you are right now as you work towards who you want to be,
it's
really,
like that's the life.
That really is the life. Because I feel like even in a sexual situation, making your partner responsible for making you feel good when you don't even feel good about yourself is difficult, because then anything they do, anything they say, any way they touch you, any comment they make, you're instantly just ready to be like, oh God, he's just looking at my stomach. In fact, do you know that men don't even care about your stomach as it's jiggling? They're focused on your ass and your tits. Yeah.
I stopped worrying about that. You're gonna get what you're gonna get.
You're gonna get, please. And if it slaps you in the face, turn the other side so I can slap you again.
Be a man.
Yeah. Be a man and take it. But yeah, the concept of confidence is probably the most essential thing to being able to experience any form of sexual pleasure. Yeah, genuinely.
While we were doing this, episode, I was doing the research on body shaming, and not just body shaming in general, but how we body shame ourselves. Do you think you body shame yourself? Ooh, that silence is loud.
Why it's so loud? I know. I wouldn't say that. Okay, just define.
Body shaming, it's like any way of like criticizing, judging negatively like someone's physical appearance, or now this time yourself.
I feel like, okay, for me the word shaming just sounds so heavy for me.
But it is.
Lightly critiquing
Look how
is what I would like to say.
It's been really trimmed.
I would say
a gentle critique.
Yeah, a gentle critique. Sometimes I will gently critique.
Give an
example.
Just like,
okay, for example, I have a lot of cellulite on my thighs. Sometimes just be like, it's just so much. It's just like, can you even sit on your man's face with that? And then now your man is dead.
That's light.
Yeah, that's pretty light. Is it not? I feel like that's pretty light. I don't know.
Audience, decide. Please tell us in the comments. Is that a light?
I feel like that's pretty. You see what I think is shaming? Shaming to me is feeling or making someone feel or making yourself feel like the way that you look is wrong, or is bad. Like,
but that comment, would you ever say to someone else?
If they asked?
No, without asking.
No, I wouldn't ever say it to someone else.
Ding.
How many things do you say to yourself or do to yourself that you wouldn't do to others or say to others?
Of course, but I'm not saying it's like what you're doing is wrong, because God knows I body shame myself. What I'm saying is that look at the standard. The standard, like what we say is body shaming to other people, then versus us. The threshold is in hell. What you say? The bar is in hell.
Okay, fine. When you say it like that, definitely. But I'm already starting to defend my but.
Yeah.
So I guess that I do. But I don't know.
But I feel like we all do. The point of what I'm trying to say is that I think we do that.
Yeah.
We do that more than we think. Yeah. When I lose weight, I'm just like, oh my God, now I look like a small girl. Like, how am I even a woman? I'm saying this to myself. Would I ever say that to somebody else? And then I carry that and I expect my 5 affirmations in the morning to work. But really, I'm carrying something already.
5 affirmations. Is there a difference between in body shaming between what you think about yourself or what you say to yourself in your mind versus what you allow yourself to believe and how you let it impact your sexual pleasure or your sexual confidence or whatever? Because I think it's one thing to think, oh, you know what, I could lose a bit of weight. I wish my stomach wasn't jiggling like this, so I wish whatever, versus allowing that to now determine a guy has asked you out and he wants to take you back to his place, and now you're letting that determine whether or not you go there.
Okay, so the way I would say is like, for example, you have children, right? let's say you say something mean to your daughter, right? That's just once.
Oh, why would
Yeah,
I do that?
you would not do that. You're amazing. But you say that, right? Then how many times will it take for that to impact the way they see themselves? That's the same thing with you. So okay, it's a gentle, maybe lose weight, maybe come on, add some weight.
Right.
Why do you look like a 10-year-old boy? It's a gentle that,
Yeah.
right?
Versus
And then how you don't even spot when it becomes a belief. Then the belief is what is driving your experience, is what's driving how you're selecting partners, is how it's driving your sexual experience. You don't know. You don't
Actually, that's
see
the
it getting
thing,
there.
yeah.
It slowly just builds up, and then you find yourself literally thinking you're worthless.
Yeah.
But you don't even know how you got there.
Actually, this reminds me of what TMI talk that someone sent us. I can't remember if it was on my page or on TMI page, and she was saying, "Hi, she's like, hi, I'm feeling so dried out. Like she hasn't had sex in a long time, in like over a year. And then she's like, my problem is that I'm an introvert. I don't like going out. I don't like meeting new people, so I'm just mostly in my house." Then I was like, I don't know how to help you, because for you to have sex with someone, you have to get out of the house. You have to meet someone
bare
new.
minimum.
And she's like, I've really tried, but I don't know what to do. And now I was just like, in that situation, I was like, it actually sounded like there was more of an issue, because I was like, why don't you like going out? And she's like, I just don't feel like I have that much to offer. And instantly I was like, ding. Instantly I was like, that's a confidence issue. You feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you're not beautiful enough, you feel like you're too fat or you're too thin or whatever, and now that makes you less likely to put yourself out there to meet a deserving partner. Or you put yourself out there with your low self-confidence or sexual confidence, and you end up selecting anyone who shows any remote
Low
sexual
vibration.
interest in you.
Yeah.
Very low vibration, and it's just not giving, and then you end up having really horrible sexual experiences,
And then
and that taints your whole understanding and your whole experience of sex.
Yeah.
And then
and I
it's just
know
a
she
whole-
didn't wake up feeling that way.
Yeah,
It was
certainly.
just a small little, now you're so stupid, why didn't you do this work right? Now look at you. Like, who would like this? I mean, small, and then it builds over time. I definitely try to be way more, especially if I think it, I will at least fight it.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that you can't help that you've thought it,
Yeah.
but I can at least immediately fight it and be like, that's not true.
Yeah.
That thought isn't real.
Yeah.
You are amazing. You know, whatever the case may be. So that's one thing, guys, that we need to do. If we want to have more
Sexual
pleasure in 2023, we have to stop body shaming ourselves. And that's
Exactly.
not to say you're not allowed to say, I could improve this. Improving is part of life.
Yeah.
But we don't need to put ourselves down while we are doing it.
Yeah, there is a course on Beducated about, I think it's called Sexual Confidence.
Sexual confidence. I think it's
Sexual
my favorite
confidence.
course.
Yeah, Lydia
there.
loves that one.
It is,
My
because
favorite is self-pleasure.
yeah,
obviously.
but now
it
it
is.
is your best friend. One of the biggest things that the course expert does talk about is about shame, and how shame is tied to how we experience pleasure, and how you can unlearn how we shame ourselves, and how we shame our bodies, and how we show up in our bodies in a way that we are not really happy about. So if you want to learn how you can unlearn some of these things, if you find yourself body shaming yourself and criticizing yourself, this is the course for you. You unlearn that, and then there's going to be steps towards how you can build your sexual confidence, so that you can have the best pleasure, whichever way, self, group,
whatever it is that you choose to do. Okay, so we've talked about, in terms of improving our sexual pleasure, you said prioritizing your
Yes, you
pleasure,
gotta do.
Building your self-confidence. There was another one that we mentioned in between there. I can't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But the next
Stop
one that,
body shaming.
stop body shaming. Another one that I'd like to add is therapy. And not necessarily sexual therapy. And this is for whether you are single, you're in a relationship, you are divorced, or whatever. I realize how much us experiencing sexual pleasure as adults is sometimes tied to what happened to us in the past. Things that, this is your language now that I'm speaking.
Continue, babe.
I keep going.
Talking, honey.
You're such an idiot. Oh my God. But yeah, you don't sometimes realize how something small you could have experienced as a child, and it might not even have been a sexual thing. It might not even be a sexual thing. It could just be something to do with your relationship with your dad, or your relationship with your mom or a sister, or something like that, or something that you saw on the street as you were passing somewhere as a child, and you don't realize how much that is impacting how you view sexual pleasure, how you understand it, how much you feel it's something that you deserve. You could even have maybe perhaps had a conversation when you're younger about how women who enjoy sex are whores, and now you are scared scared when your man starts suggesting, oh, could we try this? And you start enjoying it, you start saying, no, I don't want to do that, because you feel like it's going to make you a whore. Now you are a loose woman because now you're enjoying anal. And then you start probing those things. And the best thing about therapy is that they'll ask you questions that force you to go to places that even you yourself, you've forgotten. Lydia knows this all too well.
Like, I pay. Here's the money. Let's cry. That's what we do.
Here's the money. Let's cry. And sometimes having those conversations are so essential. You might find that the blockages you're facing now with regards to sexual pleasure are based in something that happened when you were 7.
Yes. As you can imagine, I second that
you
in
do
every way.
Second it.
Understanding yourself, like from therapy, is gonna show you why you do the things that you do.
Yeah.
So like now you don't think that you're of value, Siju, because you don't have anything to offer. Where did that come from? Maybe somebody made you feel that way when you were small. How can we go about it? How can we change it? Here we are. You're going out. You're having the sex of your life. Boom, amazing. So I think it's really, really important. I want to see who you be with consistent therapy. I can't wait. Maybe you'll be the president. I think you'll be the Nairobi women's rep.
I'm actually scared of what that could unearth, because I've told you, I know that I have some level of trauma from my childhood, actually even from adulthood and childhood, but like some part of me doesn't want to have to talk about it, doesn't want to have to think about it, because I feel like it's like an added load in my head. I know you think of therapy as like now you're releasing. Me, I'm just like, it's like now it's like coming on, because now I'm having to remember, having to think through it, having to work through it. It just feels like so much work.
But let me tell you this, see, this is the thing with therapy. If I've ever made it seem like I'm releasing anything in therapy.
Oh, you're not releasing?
What?
You said you cried so much that you took a nap.
All I do is cry, because all I'm seeing is like the mountain ahead of me. Every time you think you've learned something, you go to them, she's like, why do you think that? You're just like, bloody hell. I didn't know there was a reason. I didn't know. I just thought about that. God, why are we going into this? So doing the work is hard. Yeah. Doing the work and having to listen and to hear that the way that you think, the way that you operate is on autopilot in a way that you need to do so much undoing. Yeah. That is a lot of work. But I think about going through life, it's like I say to my therapist all the time, every time after every session, I feel like she clears my view of life. All the experiences, all the traumas that block you from seeing yourself and others and life in its purest forms. She just takes down one layer each time. And what would life be to be able to experience it in the purest form? I want to know what that's like. I surely I didn't come on this earth to just end get to the end point of my life only to discover that the whole time I wasn't seeing it right.
I don't know. And funny thing, like therapy just for me scares me more than couples therapy, because couples therapy I feel like I'm able to do easily. I feel like, because it's almost like we are having here as the shared burden, a shared thing together. Yeah. When it's me by myself, I just kind of feel like, so now your problems.
But let me tell you, the point of good therapy is like you find the problem or what the root cause is, and then you find exercises to help you. So it's not like, let's talk about your burdens. All right, that was fun. Let's go. You're going to get the assistance to deal with whatever may come.
I know. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments. Does therapy also scare people? Because I'm sure there are people who...
I think majority of people are scared of therapy.
But I definitely think that there are many things in my past that I need to unlock for me to experience the true pleasure of life. Not even only sexual pleasure, the true pleasures of life as an adult.
You're talking about it so secretly. You need to just unpack with
me.
I
know.
Start with me.
No.
Start with me, and then I'll soothe you into therapy. Because
by the way,
so
in our
curious.
last episode, there are people commenting there saying, "My God, Lydia should be a therapist. Lydia should be a therapist." Did you see that?
Yeah.
Can you become a therapist? Because people want you to become a therapist.
I can't become a therapist.
You can.
And
now you see, you can. You can do it. You're already here therapizing me all the time.
Yeah. I know, but I feel like my therapizing is for like special people. I don't think I want to be able to carry. Somebody actually offered to pay me. I was just like, I'm not qualified. This is not how this goes. It's not just like pick anyone.
I would pay you even for the friend. If you are not my friend, I would pay you for the conversations we have.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
I know. Yeah,
I'm sleeping on my back, guys.
Exactly.
2023. I am, but I think carrying other people's stuff, I would need to be intentional about it. Very, very intentional. It's not something I'll just be doing anyhow. Because sometimes DMs can be overwhelming.
Just
let
a DM
alone.
I can be in a great mood and I go on, I see one DM and now
There's
I'm
no
crying.
point of
What's
living.
up? There's no point of living.
Yeah.
But yeah, therapy is definitely a great way for you to be able to unpack the things that have determined how you view sexual pleasure, how you experience sexual pleasure. If you are in a relationship and you guys are struggling with maybe, let's say, intimacy and I don't know, just like connecting from a sexual point of view, couples therapy is amazing. There are actually they're actually sex therapists in general. And I think on your profile you have some recommendations. We can leave a couple in the description box. Nancy, please remind us when we are doing the description to leave the sex therapist contacts. So we would definitely recommend that. But also a good place to start could be Beducated. They also have a course on a roadmap to intimacy. So let's say you're struggling with intimacy in your marriage, or how to, and not just from a sex point of view, that could be emotional intimacy, mental intimacy, physical intimacy. It's a really great place to start. Watch the videos together and you can be able to at least get some starting point and see like maybe these are where the issues are starting and stuff, so you even have something to discuss in therapy as well.
And I actually think when it comes to sexual pleasure between two people, it's always about the intimacy first, and then you work your way down to that. So another thing I think that I need to do to help improve my pleasure in 2023 is trying new things, right?
Tell us more.
Oh my God.
Tell us more.
No, being open. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I've always been like, I don't like road trips.
Me too.
Yeah, just the thought is like, okay, so we're just driving
and
aimlessly.
Like, why are we on arriving at the place we are going?
It's like, why do you want me to enjoy the grueling journey? Right? Why? So I can see what? A zebra just on the road walking.
So cute, so striped.
So I've been so about trying new things, but lately I am just like, because the older you get, guys, the more you're hell-bent on sticking to your ways. I already know what I like. Please, I'm in my 30s. What do you think? I haven't tried. I don't like, all of that. And I've saw a bit of that in myself, but recently I'm just like, if someone suggests something and I'm just like, I wouldn't usually do this, or I don't read that, and not something that's causing me pain, but something I probably judged unfairly. I'm like, let me try new things, and I promise you that openness to newness, like lean into the newness, is going to encourage that in other areas. And you might not know what you actually are into sexually or otherwise, and then you find it how by trying something new. So I want to improve my openness to new experiences.
Yeah, maybe the key to unlocking the pleasure you have been denied your whole life is when he says, babe, I was thinking maybe we can try this. Instantly your mind is saying, no, yuck. But why? First of all, we've talked in the past about sexual shaming. We said we don't do that. Kink shaming. We don't do that. When your man comes and says something, even if you're not into it, even just pretend and say, let me think about it, babe. I'll let you know.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have a thing.
Let me watch some videos. Let me see whatever. It doesn't matter. He'll be like, he wants to go to an orgy or something. In your head you're just like, you're like, yay! Wow!
Being open to new experiences.
Being open to new experiences. No, I love that. Me personally, I don't know. I feel like I've been the opposite of you. I feel like the older I've gotten, the more open to new experiences I've become.
Most people are like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm entering a new I'm in a new season of my life. Newness is around.
Me, because I feel like, especially sometimes like life can be so monotonous, like in so many ways, like when it comes to, okay, maybe work and like the kids and the daily, just like this to this to this, you get home and you bathe this or whatever, like just the monotony of life. I feel like wherever I can find spice and excitement, I'm going to try and go for it, And then also, I don't like to, if my man suggests anything, it doesn't even matter. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm saying yes.
Yeah?
Instantly.
I love that.
Sometimes it turns out great. Sometimes it turns out shit.
Yeah.
But either way, we try.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is a really, really good attitude. And you're going to run into more experiences that you love.
Yeah.
And the ones you don't like, next, then you didn't misjudge it unfairly.
Exactly. Yeah. I would love to encourage the audience, our audience, is query or question why or how you hold the beliefs that you hold about certain things to do with sex. If you
that's the next point.
Yeah, that's exactly. If he suggests, let's say, anal, and for you're already like, yuck, that's dirty, that's painful, that's this. Ask yourself, where did you get this information? Is it verified information? Is it something that you yourself you have tried and you have established I don't like it, or is it just because your one friend from university said that she tried it and she didn't enjoy it? Remember, she's not you. So ask yourself, yourself, like, why do you hold the beliefs that you hold towards certain sexual activities or trying certain things or certain views towards pleasure? Why do you think the way that you think? Because, it might be wrong.
And if you open that gate, I promise you, it's like a never-ending world of, by the way, why do I think that? Why do I think that's true? Why, and you find that a lot of the things that you think about things are literally just like they've been picked up and you don't know. And guess what? If you do question and you still find reason to have that belief, that's still okay.
Yeah.
But the questioning allows you to verify so that you just don't go along thinking like whatever without any reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do that?
Do what?
Like stop and question, why do I think this?
Not that often. But now since I met you, I feel like I do that more often. Not usually with regards to sex, but like with regards to just normal things in life. Like when I see something online and I instantly start judging them, like, look at these people. Then I'm like, why am I thinking that? Like, what did I see the other day? I think it's something to do with, it was a motherhood related something. It was a motherhood related thing. And I remember looking at it and just saying, wow, does she not love her kids? Like, why is she not? Then I was like, wait, why am I instantly equating because she's doing things differently from you and you love your kids? So you assume that if she's doing it differently, she doesn't love her kids as much or something like that. So I feel like these days sometimes, and it's necessary, by the way.
Especially with social media, you're running into stimuli all the time, things to react to.
Yeah.
So you just build up like, oh, yeah, here we go.
Exactly.
Boy,
what? Yeah.
So much. You build up so much. Even when I really like something.
Yeah.
Like,
why do I love it?
Here?
This is me after a whole day of like scrolling and just like judging people online. I'm just like, anyway, let me go to sleep. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, who am I to judge? And that whole time,
the whole time, you're like, oh my God. Sending Lydia. You. If our chats were ever made public,
you'll just leave.
We'll
relocate.
be
We're
like,
all relocating
I've been hacked.
anyway.
Someone hacked. That's yeah. Woo. That never happened.
I think harmless judging is almost a human. It's a human reaction, and it's like, please judge. But me, I would never go to tell someone to their face.
Why are you mothering your children like that? That would never.
Awful.
That would never be us.
That is not okay.
Okay. Something else that we are going to be doing. Me and Lydia and I are going to be doing.
I don't know what she's about to say.
To improve our sexual pleasure is drinking less alcohol.
Yeah, I already said that for my goals.
You did, exactly. You said that for your goals. Now, many people don't know that actually drinking alcohol, too much alcohol on a night when you're about to have sex, actually impairs your ability to orgasm like fully and effectively.
Yeah.
And there's usually a threshold because usually drunk sex is very nice. It's very nice.
But I want to see where this is going.
Know, but there's a level past which it's just sloppy and not. It's just not like no. We all know the fun drunk sex and the sloppy drunk sex, and now your man is asleep on top of you.
And you've been kneed on the nose. You've been kneed on the nose.
Yeah, it's just not fun. I see the snort.
Lately I'm laughing with the snort, and it's like it's such a satisfying feeling.
Genuine.
It's like such a oh, what a good laugh.
Me, please. I'm just like on nights where I know I want to get some, I'm limiting how much I'm drinking and I'm limiting how much he's drinking.
Yeah.
Because I love that perfect where it's like we are happy drunk and we are like, oh, just sexy, uninhibited.
Yeah.
But now past there where it's just like
you're drunk. Now you're riding.
Now
you're riding no one. They're asleep. They're not here. You're still here.
Yeah.
They are not here anymore.
When I was in university, I had an incident where I went home with my boyfriend. I was giving him head and I threw up. And I'm certain, I don't know if I've told this story before, but I threw up on him.
So I've
they threw up. It all came. And it was one which was coming in phases. You know that? It was like, then now it's out there.
On top of him.
Yeah, because he was not moving because now he didn't want all the throw up to go onto the bed. And I'll certainly say that was not my finest moment. Certainly. That certainly was not my finest moment. I was not pleased with how things went. But that night was a lesson for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Also, if you throw up anywhere, even if you throw up before you get into the house to have sex, who wants to have sex with somebody who's just thrown up? It's disgusting. It's just not...
I think everyone needs to go home. The only thing has been like, so I was riding someone. We are all now sloppy drunk. So I don't even know if I was riding. God knows what I was doing. More like a
more of a sway.
It was more like a sway. Then it took me too long to realize. So that means I was already drunk. Oh. He was asleep. You're swaying on your own, sweetie. You're swaying on your own.
Oh, wow.
Because we're too far gone.
It's just...
No one knows how we even got here. No one knows how we got here, and we're really trying to have this activity. Also, this is actually Dr. Vundi who taught us this. 6 to 12 hours. Alcohol can have depressant effects. It has its high and then it has its calm down, and people don't talk about the calm down enough.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like maybe if you do start drinking quite early, by the time you're going to have sex, you're already like,
I mean,
it's not fun anymore. It's killed something in you. So I would agree.
And also, if you get too used to the drunk sex all the time, then now when you don't have alcohol, you struggle to actually have sex. You know, there are people who are like, there are couples who are like that. And I've been in a relationship like that. We literally would only have sex when we were drunk. And the drunk sex was amazing. But it's like now if you're sober, nothing is happening. So that means
you can't even go and see someone on a Sunday. Because you have work
you
tomorrow.
Can if you take 2 shots before you can, maybe 3, 4 shots, then you carry, then you drink, and then that's when you have sex. But it's honestly not nice because then it's really just the casualness of it. There's no intimacy, there's no connecting, there's no whatever. And believe it or not, there was a time in my life that, you know, I was having sex for like connection and love and emotion.
There was?
Yeah, there was.
What happened?
I grew up.
Oh, God. Weird.
I know.
But I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah, somewhere in between. And it's like sometimes it can be like sometimes maybe 10% like for me is that one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, no. For me, 10% is the love emotional part.
Yeah?
Yeah. Then 90% is just like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I feel like I'm a good in between.
Yeah.
But I like both. Actually, one accelerates the other.
Yeah.
Right? You want me to be like all over you. You just be gentle and warm.
And love me. Warm.
That's it. Just be warm. Just be warm. I got you.
You got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. So yeah, guys, limit how much you're drinking. Don't drink the entire bottle of JW and then now we are struggling to keep things up.
Yeah. We all I think there's something I've said before as well, and we talked about it last episode. Another thing that I want to do to increase my pleasure is working out. I've told you guys, Joe, like I can be a bunny. I can be Bunny.
My bunny.
She calls me Bunny.
I have her saved as Bunny.
Bunny. You should call me more often, Bunny.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear
Bunny.
Lydia coming
when,
out of
when
your
you
mouth.
when you call when we talk on the
you
phone,
always
I say,
say,
hi Bunny.
Yeah, you always
and
say
you always
that.
say, hi lover. I love it so much.
So cute. When I have physical energy, it's like I'm more ready to experience pleasure. I'm not feeling like, oh God, like, you know, I need 3 working days. Then maybe I need 1 working day
perhaps
to recover. Yeah, but that being lethargic and you're not eating well, you're not taking care of your body, you're tired all the time.
You're right. Eating right, working out, drinking water. Essential to improving your sexual pleasure.
100%. Yeah. So that's one thing which I want to add, which I already added in my other list. But it's looking like 2023, I'm going to be having a ton of pleasure. I've said yes.
Really? Oh wow, I love that for you.
I'm just putting out, since I'm working so hard at getting it.
Another thing that actually we talked about in the last episode, besides working out, is resting. Stress. You're 100% stressed. You're going to bed this evening. You've been working from 7 a.m. Now it's 9:30 p.m. Your eyes twitching, and you're about to. Your man is here trying to come on to you, and you're just like, about Gloria. Wait, did you send the post for approval? What do you say about the captions? You are learning how to separate. Now we are in relaxing time, or now we are resting, or versus just because our minds are always running. And I feel like the older you get, you're always thinking bills, deliverables, money, whatever. What do I need to do? Goals, intentions, New Year's resolutions. When do you just rest? Because I feel like pure sexual pleasure can only be experienced when you are in the moment. And if you're never in the moment because you're thinking about all these other things, you're stressed about this, you've not taken time to rest or to relax, you will never be able to experience the fullness of the joy that is sexual pleasure.
Oh my God, you said that so well. So well, especially about being able to be present. I think I've said this before. Yeah. It's my sister, she was like, when Sijui, who she was with, and then she was just like, oh, those curtains look weird. She was like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm not enjoying this. If you are spotting the curtain and you're thinking, there's lights.
By the way, they could exactly. Improve. And me sometimes, by the way, I really struggle with that. It's like I can be there and it's like it feels nice, but I'm already thinking about how I told Nancy when I get home, I'm going to send her the insights for Sijui what. So now they are finishing. I'm just like, hey, I hope Nancy hasn't slept because I need to send her the insights.
And you're there. You are now where you are. You riding?
Imagine I'm riding. And
you're
thinking
riding
of Nancy.
You heard it here first,
You
ladies
heard
and
it here
gentlemen.
first.
You heard it here first.
Because
But I do get it. I do get it.
But I really want to become, because I also feel like my partner doesn't deserve that.
Definitely
They
not.
don't deserve that, because if the same was happening like now, even if as soon as you finished having sex, then you start bringing up a topic about something else, I'm like, so the whole time were you thinking about that? That already upsets me.
Yeah.
Exactly. But now me there, I am there thinking about insights and to do which post needs to be approved and how I'm going to schedule my things. I really want to be more present and allow myself to, like, working time is work, and work will never end. You know, time for working is time for working, and then now when it's time for pleasure, it's time for relaxing. Now let's just enjoy that moment.
That's one thing for sure I don't struggle with. When I'm in the moment, I am in the moment.
Oh,
yeah, that one I usually don't struggle like in it. Yeah, no. In fact, I guess maybe I've learned to be. Maybe I might have been before, where it's just like I'm like breathing, like, especially breathing in and out, deep breaths to bring me back into the present moment. Also, so this is, I don't know where I heard this, right? But it's like a manifestation hack. You know, when you're about to climax or when you are climaxing, that is your highest level of pleasure and being present. You cannot climax if you're not present. It's not possible. Physically, it's just not. You have to. That's when you're present. And if you're envisioning something, like something that you really want out of your life, that's the time to think about it.
But then now you're not present because
you
start thinking about
but
your
guess
Mercedes.
But guess what? You're already climaxing.
Okay, when you're at the peak there.
When you're at the peak, you're
so
already
instead
climaxing.
of being like, oh, Derek or whatever, you're like, oh, Mercedes.
Huh? Don't say Mercedes. Yeah, just
Why?
anyway, think about it. I
Think
learned
about
that
it.
when you're aligned, when you're there present, those are the times when you most connect most with yourself. That's when you open up your creativity. That's when you start feeling a bit more centered with yourself, a bit more connected with life. So I try to use that time to make me a bit more present than I usually would be.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can try that. It seems risky because I feel like I will start thinking about something else too soon and then now I don't orgasm.
Yeah, I don't think you should do this because you're already not being present.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not being present. I said sometimes I struggle.
As much as you'd like.
As I'd like, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Orgasms are the height of sexual pleasure. And if you are not experiencing orgasms, actually, this year I would like to experience more orgasms.
Okay, are you going to try?
So this is
let me and be patient.
I don't know what I can commit to, but I feel like many times, okay, in our sexual encounters, many times I will it's like a trade-off. For me, the sexual experience is going to be fun either way, whether or not I orgasm. And if he gets there before me, which sometimes that he does, then I'll just be like, oh, it's fine. Let's just not. I don't like push through, even though he wants to push through for my sake. But me, I'll just be like, okay, now it's fine. We're done. This year, none of that.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, but I also get why. Sometimes it's just like, let's wrap it up.
Sometimes, yeah. But now I just need to push through. Maybe I push through before with the head. I know, you've been shouting. She's been shouting. Yeah.
Because usually it's like when the guy does, sometimes it's just like, let's all go home. Let's just all rest.
Yeah.
Because, like, you want to perk it back up now or whatever the case may be. I think I always prefer to be the one who climaxes first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know. I've never had a preference either way. And then it just so happens that it's him first. But I definitely want to try and be...
Yeah, you deserve more
whatever.
You deserve. We're gonna get more better content. But we're gonna find more ways to make money.
I'm gonna be so happy. I'll just be coming on there. Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you also have a goal for orgasm more, I think there's a course on Beducated about orgasm.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a course that helps you be able to, like, how to achieve orgasm. If that's something that you are trying to aim for in terms of sexual pleasure in 2023, it can help you definitely. Yeah. And also now, I guess, when it comes to, like, I mean, the different little techniques. So, like, giving head, getting head, the different little things that you can be doing, the tantrics, what the new things you want to try and experience.
So many things.
I know. Actually, this is what makes me
so annoying.
I know.
It's like, oh gosh,
exhaust.
what's happening? Like, now you're going to be, like, I guess, less active.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I am literally going into the journey of madness.
Is it wrong of me to start hope? Anyway, let me not say.
To start hoping that I get into a relationship tomorrow?
Or that you don't find a man to, or that you find a guy and he's amazing, he's so rich, he's so handsome,
and
he's
gets
so
me
great.
pregnant.
No, he's bad in bed.
Oh, he's not my man. I can tell you that.
No,
He's
but he's
somebody.
perfect. He's just like, he's so kind. He
I
goes
heard
to
what you
therapy.
said.
He's rich. He's
heard
tall,
what you
dark,
said.
and handsome. And that is just one flaw. He's a premature ejaculator. It's okay.
Well, that's something people can actually get. I think on Beducated there's a course.
Oh, yeah,
to
actually,
help
yes,
you.
to
There
help you
is.
prolong.
Yeah, to
ejaculation.
prolong
Yes,
and
yes.
also to understand why maybe you might be doing it. Men get stressed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like if I already know at the very beginning that this is somewhere we're incompatible. And again, I'm flexible. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's try that. But at the end of the day, that's a place where it needs to be right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
How do you know?
I feel like I'm doing pretty
You
good.
know, how do you actually know that you're good at sex? How do you know that you're actually giving your man the sexual pleasure that he desires?
Because he always wants it.
Men will want sex from anything and anyone.
So isn't that it? Then
So
isn't
all
the
of us
bar
are okay?
Isn't the bar
In
in
hell.
hell then? Then that means as long as I'm here and I'm alive,
Me,
I'm
this
fine.
is another thing I love about Beducated. Actually, is like I like to benchmark my techniques. You know, benchmark your techniques. The one about you go there, you learn about blowjobs, hand jobs, and whatever it's like. Because maybe what
I
you're
recommend
doing,
that blowjob
I
one.
highly recommend. Please. There you go. Exactly. Because sometimes you think that what you're doing is amazing, but maybe it is amazing, but maybe it could be amazinger.
It could be amazinger.
It
could be way more
definitely
amazinger.
Yeah, for sure. So go there and just benchmark. Remember, our code is TMI Podcast for 40% off Beducated for an entire year.
Yeah.
Here's one more thing that I would like to say about improving sexual pleasure. Probably the best secret to improving sexual pleasure, but the least likely for people to actually do. Communication with your partner. Just talking to them and telling them, for you to give me more sexual pleasure, I would like for you to do.
Are you gonna
A,
do
B, and
this?
C. I talk too much already. Oh, me, I don't. By the way, me, if there's something that he's doing or not doing that I want him to do or not do, I say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely say. So if this is especially for partners who either maybe it's like a new or young relationship, or maybe you just haven't cultivated. You know that people have different sexual energies, I guess, in relationships. Maybe you haven't cultivated that energy of like just being able to say, by the way, you know, last night when you were chewing on my clit, it kind of felt like you were trying to circumcise me, and I didn't appreciate that.
And I would prefer,
a
softer approach.
A softer landing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think communication could go a long way to helping people improve
But
their
you know,
sexual
you
pleasure.
said that it's easier at that time, right?
Yeah.
It's easier when it's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
as
otherwise it
opposed
gets
to-
awkward. Either as it's happening or not face to face, like on message or on WhatsApp.
On message is pretty
on
good.
WhatsApp, maybe it's like you start a sexy conversation and it's like whatever, then you just throw it in there somehow. So it's not just like, hi, I'd like for us
Sit
to talk.
down.
Can you stop using
And you're
your
taking
teeth?
notes. Yeah, I actually think that's a really good one, especially for those people who have like actually any person. You should definitely be able to communicate with them and tell them how this is working, how that isn't. Because I feel like if you're inauthentically showing up in ways in your pleasure journey, then you're not going to get the best of it in your pleasure journey. So I think that's a really good one. This is another one. And I guess this could apply to people who are single or people who are having casual sex, whatever the case may be. One thing that is definitely going to help you improve your pleasure is to only have sex with people who you like and like you.
Wow.
Period.
Say that again, man, because
do not have sex with people who don't like you. Do not have sex with people who don't respect you. Do not have sex with people who don't contact you. It doesn't matter what stage of the relationship that you're in. I've already told you this.
Yeah.
I've always said that you cannot experience me and it's like you're not contactable, you're not reachable, you don't make plans. I mean,
if you don't
you just
adore me,
treat
if you don't worship the ground I'm walking on, no,
I'm not stunning to you.
no.
I'm telling you that is one of the things that's going to kill your pleasure because, okay, so fine. It's like, fine, we've had the sex. So then now I know for sure I'll be messaging you, you're blue ticking me, you're not calling me, you're not messaging me, you're not initiating any plans. What is happening here? I think there's too much. I think the idea of commitment is given too much of a bar. It's too high up there that commitment is the only place you get respect, the only place you get consistency, the only place you get intimacy. No. Please, if somebody is having sex with you and they don't like you, you need to drop them.
Yeah, I guess
Period.
So. Yeah, and settling for less is not something we're doing in 2023.
It's not giving it,
We're
yeah.
not
And
doing
kind
that
of
in
giving those
2023.
rules like, oh yeah, well, he's not my boyfriend, so
Yeah.
but he's going to be inside you next Tuesday. But the bar to how he treats you is in hell.
Exactly. And you know, that's a confidence thing also, by the way.
Yeah.
Allowing people who don't like you, because maybe you're trying to get them to like you. So now you are accepting less, or you're having sex with them just so they can be like, you see, I'm awesome. You see, I'm sexy, or whatever. And then they're there. You're in the moment. As soon as you're done, they have left, and you're there feeling worse than you felt before they came.
Absolutely no. And I also want to say that that same bar that I'm putting for how people will treat me, I'm also keeping up with it. Just because we're not in a committed relationship does not mean that you don't deserve respect, you don't deserve kindness, you don't deserve warmth like the human being that you are. So it's vice versa. So even you, if you're just treating someone anyhow, then expect to be treated anyhow yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
absolutely.
we're not doing that in 2023.
We're going to do that in 2023.
Well, no.
I've just thought of my last one. Was that your last one?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. My last one is many people, and I want to say especially women, we suffer through reproductive health issues, and they plague us for a long time before we decide to go to a doctor. The number of times that we get messages of like, oh, you know, I've been having, my vagina has been itchy for how long, or I've been having what do you call it, discharge. Is this normal? If you are experiencing anything that makes sex painful, makes sex uncomfortable, makes you dread sex, anything that just feels wrong down there, the sooner that you get it checked out, the better for you. Some of the things that people are struggling with might be curable. For example, premature ejaculation, as you said, that could be something that people, you can get treatment for. Vaginismus, which there's a course on that on Beducated as well. That could be something that you get treatment for, because maybe you are not being able to experience sexual pleasure because you're just like, I guess sex is just not for me, because for me it's just painful. Does it ever not get painful? Not knowing that actually that's not normal, and you can actually get treatment for it. So if you are experiencing anything that you feel could be a medical issue, or is something that you would like to get help rather, please go and see a gynecologist, go and see a doctor, so you can get the help that you need, because it's only then that you'll be able to experience the pleasure that you'd like to experience.
I think I'm on the other side of the extreme.
Yes, you are. Certainly.
Why?
You don't have to think, but you are.
Why?
What, like you're too knowledgeable about your...
No, I'm just like too ready to go to my gyna.
It's like any 2 seconds. Yeah.
And of course, our pH changes for many reasons, but it's like, let's just go. Let's just be knowing, so that when we know, we just know. And I do get, of course, sometimes maybe the gyna you want to go to might be like above your budget or whatever, but there are plenty of places where a consultation is under 1K.
Or even free. By the way, you can go like on Kasha. On Kasha, you can go there, you can chat with a nurse for free.
There you
can
go.
Just be able to tell them, kasha.co.ke, you can be able to tell them like, oh, I don't know, I'm feeling pain, or I'm having this kind of discharge. They'll ask you like, oh, is it smelly? What color is it? That just sounds yucky already when I think about it. But anyway,
it's okay. It's fine.
It's part of life. Yeah, they'll ask you different things. Then they'll tell you whether you need to actually go for a consultation, or they can even just recommend the drugs that you need to buy for you to be able to get your situation sorted. So there are free options, but also like Maristopes is a very
like 600
affordable
for some of them. Yeah.
It's very affordable place that you can, and even actually in government hospitals, reproductive health conditions are treatable for free.
Yeah,
for free. You can get a contraception for free. There's another tip for improving sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure where you're not worried about getting pregnant.
Done.
Top tip.
Yeah.
Actually, that's top.
Yeah, actually, that I don't know. I think that we should have started with that.
We should have said that one. Right?
That one is top, because
absolutely
you want it. You don't want like your one climax to necessarily lead to parenthood.
Yeah,
and it's okay to make a gap between the pleasure and parenthood.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So see your gyna if you need to, because nothing is better than experiencing sexual pleasure, except experiencing sexual pleasure safely.
And also that means all other contraceptions as well, not just protecting you from pregnancy.
Exactly.
There's also
UTIs,
diseases, so many things, guys.
So many.
Yeah.
So much.
I feel like this year I'm going to have the best pleasure of my life.
Let's have affirmations. Sexual pleasure affirmations.
Oh, yeah. I deserve
sexual.
I deserve sexual pleasure. That's a good one.
Okay, fine. I am open to learning new ways of experiencing sexual pleasure.
I love that. Those are two ones. We've given you that one. I deserve sexual pleasure, and I
am open to experiencing new ways of experiencing sexual pleasure.
Put those in your year, and we'll talk at the end of this year, and we'll see.
Exactly, and let us know other ones that you would like to affirm with regards to sexual pleasure.
It's true. I love my body. I'm connected to myself. I only have sexual experiences with people who like me, whatever the case may be, let us know down below. What if we do all of this and literally we have like the least? Like by March, I'm tired.
I know, done.
I haven't had one sexual experience. I don't have time. Everything is so busy.
I can't make it to March. Interestingly, I was reading an article that was saying how women, when they're stressed, or they said something like, when women are stressed, you're less likely to be able to prioritize your sexual pleasure.
Definitely.
Because now you're super stressed.
Yeah.
Then you're saying men, when they're stressed, they like to use sex as a stress reliever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm that way. I'm that one.
You like to stress.
I like to use sex as a stress reliever. I find like it helps me relieve stress. It's like I can just ignore the fact that I have all these problems and I'm just having sex.
The thing, you see, now I'm going to say climaxing, it releases
not just sex.
Not just sex.
I may feel like just sex.
So if I'm going to stress relief, everyone in this house better make sure I climax.
Okay.
Because otherwise now I'm tired.
Okay.
Now I'm tired.
And you
more
still
tired,
have the pent up.
and I still have the pent up stress. So the climax is the stress reliever for me.
I get it. I absolutely get it.
Because that activity.
We don't even know.
Yeah. We are hoping, guys, that we're going to have a 2023 that's full of pleasure, whether it's self-pleasure, whether it's group pleasure, whether it's intimacy with your partners. But we have to be more intentional about it. We have to take it on as a goal. We have to take it on as an intention. And if you do not know where to start, or whatever we've said doesn't feel like it's enough guidance, make sure you check out Beducated. We do have number one, you have a free day to just browse through all of the courses, and then afterwards you can use our discount code TMI Podcast for 40% off this January for your annual subscription. And with that subscription, it's locked for life. That's it. It's done. It's locked for life.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hope you can find a way to find more pleasure. Because we are going to be doing it.
We're definitely going to be doing it. We are going to be there like this. And on Beducated, by the way, there are courses that have like it has written material, it has audio, it has video. So whatever you're comfortable with. If you're not comfortable watching videos, because some of them could be a bit graphic. If maybe you're just getting started in your like sexual journey or something like that, you can ease yourself into it and fast start by listening. Then you can go to the video, but it makes it really easy for you. Also, how about this for a gift? If there's any man here watching or any woman here watching and you're looking for a gift for Valentine's is like a month from now by the time they're watching this. Yes. Beducated now has personalized gift cards. So you can gift someone a Beducated subscription. How lovely is that?
That's perfect.
That's an amazing gift.
And I feel like this could be a gentle way to introducing your man to the things he doesn't know.
Exactly. Let's be like, here, surprise. Then every day you're sending him a course. Kaningilas.
Yeah.
I don't tantric sex. How
Intimacy.
not to be boring in bed.
Giving head.
All those things, exactly. And then you guys can experience it together. So definitely check it out. By the way, because Valentine's is coming and you might be going on this trip. Imagine having the same sex you're having here in Nairobi. Yeah. You've been taken to Laikipia, you're having the same one. Try something new.
Should do? I think we should do a giveaway on Valentine's and give someone.
Exactly. Or a few people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
If somebody, for people who want to kind of spice up the things.
Exactly.
We're going to do that for you guys.
Fantastic. So keep it locked here next month where we'll be telling you more about how you can win your Beducated subscriptions. In the meantime, guys, we love you so much. We hope you've learned something. We are looking forward to hearing from you in the comments, or you can DM us, TMI Podcast Ke, Lydia KM, Murugi Munyi. We want to hear more about your pleasure journey, your sexual pleasure journey. Where are you now? Where are you hoping to get? What do you feel are the roadblocks to you experiencing the full amount of sexual pleasure that you could be experiencing? We want to hear from you guys.
And something interesting, we started TMI when we were both in relationships, so it was always about like, our men are da. Whereas now I'm single, so sweetheart, we can walk this journey. Maybe God even made me single because
so she's here to represent the single babes. Even me, I'm just here to show you, even in your marriage, you can still be experiencing full sexual pleasure at whatever stage you are at.
And sometimes I feel like we offer like a wider perspective when we are in different places. Actually, like I'm single, you're fully married with 3 kids. What a difference.
Huge.
And everyone in between, you can find your space somewhere here.
And then you can decide where you are.
Yeah, but we love you guys. Thank you so much for always being here, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.